Hi, I'm Greg Baker.
And I'm Ashley Baker, and we wanted to share a little bit with you about Together for Good.
Together for Good came about when several pastors and myself connected with Governor Reynolds. We've been meeting with her for several years, but this particular day 4 years ago, she had a heavy burden on her heart for the children's foster care system. We had 2 children die in the Iowa foster care system. We prayed with the governor. We really left convicted. Hey, how can the church do more than just pray for her? So we reached out and she connected us with our DHS director. And they said the greatest way the church can help is by preventing foster care from ever happening. The state doesn't get involved until significant trauma has occurred, but the church does not need to wait that long. So several Central Iowa churches, including Walnut Creek Church and myself, we got together in search of a preventative foster care ministry that's doing this work that'd be willing to teach us and replicate here in Iowa. And that's when we found Together for Good in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we're so thankful that Mary Del Sandberg took the shot and came down here to Des Moines with us. So I want to actually explain a little bit what Together for Good does.
Absolutely. As Greg said, there are thousands of families in our city and our state surrounding us that are struggling. So many of them are struggling with addiction, poverty, brokenness. And if something doesn't change, those families are likely going to be fractured by foster care or even worse, possibly by a death, something like that. And so we want, as the church, to come upstream from that. We don't want to wait until that abuse occurs, till that trauma occurs. We want to see if we can come alongside these families, provide that relational care, and see what we can do to prevent these kids from being taken from their families. Together for Good exists to create pathways between the local church and vulnerable children and families in Christ-centered ministry. We know that we have hundreds of churches and thousands of saints that want to help, but the church doesn't always have clear opportunities on how to come alongside these families, even how to meet them. A lot of these families aren't likely to step foot in our churches, and so we're going to go find them and make those connections for you. Together for Good provides professional oversight and training. We equip the church to know how to come alongside these families. We build those relationships for you so that you can begin to love these families well. We come alongside these families in a number of ways, through mentorship, through supplying their needs, and a lot of times through temporarily hosting children in our homes while mom or dad get the help that they need. Perhaps mom or dad need to get mental health treatment, they need to go in for a surgery, and they don't have anyone who can help watch their kiddos. And so we can come alongside and do that. The beauty of Together for Good is that it's 100% voluntary on both sides. No judges have taken these children away. These parents want help. They are craving a change and they want to see if they can preserve their families. Let's meet them where they're at and see how we can help them. Together, we can bring Christ's love and His gospel to these families and, Lord willing, see them preserved.
We're so pumped to have Together for Good in Central Iowa, and we hope that you join us in getting involved. Visit tfgood.org.